Example 2. The science teacher decided to give her class a test on a particular topic. The class performed poorly. 1 week later, she gave the class a similar test after a thorough revision of the topic. The results are shown in the back-to-back stem and leaf plot below. So the stem goes from 3 up to 9. And on the left-hand side, we have the original results. And on the right-hand side, we have the results of the retest. So that 0 there represents 30%. That 1 represents 41%. That 7 represents 67%, and so on. Notice that on the left-hand side, the order goes from smallest to largest, going outwards from the stem. So we have 9, 8, 6, 6, 0. So going from left to right, the values get smaller. Whereas on the right-hand side, it's the opposite way around. Going from left to right, the values get bigger. So you always put the smaller number beside the stem. And the bigger numbers are always on the ends of the leaf. So we can see 9, 9, 9, 9. And then this one is 0 because it's the only value there in the 90s. And then on the right-hand side, 8, 9, 9, 9, 7. And then 3 again is a small number, but it's the biggest of that row. So the smallest numbers go beside the stem. So we can see 0, 1, 0, 3, 0. And then 3, 1, 3, 0, 2, 0. So the smallest numbers are touching the stem. And then the biggest numbers are on the edge. So 9, 9, 9, 9. And then 0 again is just on its own. And then 8, 9, 9, 9, 7, 3. And 3 again is the biggest number of that list. And then we have our key. So the key is, for example, it can be any of the numbers, but the person decided to use the 2 here. So 82 represents 82. So then we have some questions about it that we have to answer. So part 1, what does the diagram show about the performance of the class in the 2 tests? Part 2, find the median mark in each test. Part 3, write down the range of the marks in each test. Part 4, do the median marks and the ranges support your conclusion in part 1 above? So do your answers to part 2 and 3 support your answer to part 1? And question 5, identify any outliers in the test results. So question 1, what does the diagram show about the performance of the class in the 2 tests? So this was a science test given to the same class, and these are the results. So these are the original results, and these are the retest results. And we are interested in the performance of the class. So we want to read the data and talk about the performance of the class. So the diagram shows that the class scored far better in the second test. 14 students scored 70 marks or higher in the second test, while there was only 1 student with a mark higher than 70 in the first test. So in the original test, we can see 1 person got 90. So that 0 there represents 90. But there was nobody in the 80s and nobody in the 70s. So 69 was the highest result besides that outlier. Whereas in the retest, there was 14 students got 70 marks or higher. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 students getting in the 70s. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 students getting in the 80s, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 students getting in the 90s. So we had 14 students scoring 70 marks or higher in the second test. Whereas apart from that 1 person in the first test, nobody got over 70. So the diagram shows that the class scored far better in the second test. Question 2. Find the median mark in each test, so the middle mark. So for the median, we take the number of students and we're going to add on 1 and divide by 2. So there was 25 students, so we just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So 25 plus 1 is 26. and 26 divided by 2 is 13. So the 13th value will be the median. So on the left-hand side, you're starting on the right, and you're moving towards the left because you're starting at the smallest number and you're moving towards the bigger numbers. So that 0 there represents 30. So that's the first value. So we want to get up to the 13th value. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that 0 there is the 13th value, and it represents 50. So the median mark in the original test was 50. Then we do the same on the right-hand side. So now we're starting at 3, which is 43. And we're moving to the right now because we're going from the smallest numbers to the biggest numbers. So we're going to count up to the 13th value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that 5 there is the 13th value, and it is 75. And a quick way to check is that if you have counted properly, so if this is the 13th value, there should be 12 to the left and 12 to the right, or 12 before and 12 after. So I've put dots underneath, so there should be 12 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There is, and then there should be 12 without dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's correct. And then checking on the right hand side, there should be 12 with dots and 12 without dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we definitely have the median on either side. So there are 25 students in the class. The median mark in each test is the 13th mark, and this is the rough work that you need to write down to show how you find the median. So the median mark in the first test is 50, so that 0 there represents 5, 0, 50. And the median mark in the second test is 75, so that 5 there represents 75. Question 3, write down the range of the marks in each test. So that's going to be the maximum value minus the minimum value. So in the original test, that 0 there represents 90, and that 0 there represents 30. So it's just coincidence that they're both zeros. And 90 minus 30 is 60. So the range in the first test is 60. Then in the second test, the minimum is that 3 there, so 43. And the maximum is that 3 there, so 93. So 93 take away 43 is 50. So the range in the second test is 50. Part 4. Do the median marks and the ranges support your conclusion in part 1? So we worked out that for the original test, the median was 50 and the range was 60. And for the retest, the median was 75 and the range was 50. Since the median mark in the second test is 75 and only 50 in the first test, it confirms the conclusion that the students did better in the second test. Also, the range is higher in the first test, so the range was 60 compared to 50. And this shows that the marks were more spread out, i.e. less consistent in the first test. Part 5. Identify any outliers in the test results. So that 0 there, which represents 90, is an outlier. So in the first test, the score 90 is an outlier. In the second test, there are no outliers.